Typically, the sleepwalker's eyes are open, which gives an impression of they are awake, but they are actually asleep. Their eyes will be shown confused, glassy, and they will think that they are in a different setting as compared to where they are in real life. Here's a real life example found online. It usually ends when the sleepwalker returns to sleep, and when the sleepwalker awake, they will not remember what they did last night. There are three stages of sleep, and sleepwalking usually happens during deep sleep stage of sleep, where dreams will not take place. Sleepwalking occurs more often in children between the ages of 3 to 7. The causes of it varies. It ranges from genetic factors, stress, post-traumatic stress disorder, and sleep deprived. It is often misunderstood that we shouldn't wake the sleepwalker, as it might lead them to death. However, the chances of it is as likely as somebody dying from a dream. Quite often, the sleepwalker who is awakened will be confused and startled. However, we don't eliminate the possibility that the sleepwalker will attack the person who tries to wake them up unintentionally. Therefore, the best solution is to guide them back to their bed or wake them up by making loud noise instead of touching them personally. Although there isn't any particular treatment to sleepwalking, but there are a few ways that can help sleepwalkers to cope with it. For example, having a good sleep, reducing stress, exercising, talk to someone, and look for the patterns of your sleepwalking. Find someone to note when sleepwalking occurs and the duration. This will be helpful in figuring out whether certain things are causing your sleepwalking. Lastly, we will learn the circadian rhythm disorder. Have you ever traveled to the other side of the world and find yourself having a hard time adjusting your sleeping pattern with the local sleeping pattern? Yes, you're having a circadian rhythm disorder, which you have a disruption in your circadian rhythm, or we also call it as sleep pattern. We can't see it, but our body does have a biological clock that runs in a certain pattern, which is named circadian rhythm. There are different types of circadian rhythm disorders: delayed sleep-wake phase, advanced sleep-wake phase, and jet lag. Delayed sleep-wake phase is a circadian rhythm disorder that a typical sleep pattern is delayed by 2 hours or more. It makes you sleep later at night and wakes later in the morning. Subsequently, people with DSP will have difficulty falling asleep early at night and find themselves having hard time getting off the bed in the morning. People with DSP tend to have excessive sleepiness and fatigue. To avoid performing poorly next day, usually they will stay awake until they get tired and wake up when they feel like getting up in the morning. Somehow, it works. Advanced sleep-wake phase is a disorder whereby people sleep earlier than the normal bedtime and they wake up much earlier than normal people in the morning. It may sound cool, but ASP people do have their own problems to deal with. They will be struggling to stay awake if have evening occasions with friends or family, and may appear very sleepy to others. When this happens, it will result in sleep deprivation. However, they still tend to wake up early in the morning no matter how late they sleep, which makes them really tired the next day. ASP can't be truly treated, but there are a few ways to adjust lifestyle to adhere with their early biological clock. For example, they shall not make any social plans or works late. It will be recommended to do it earlier. They also shouldn't have any caffeine or stimulants in the evening, as this will worsen their sleep. It is recommended to have jobs that have shifted earlier, like doctors, bakers, and farmers. Jet lag happens when someone travels to a place with a difference of 2 time zones or more and have a hard time adjusting the original biological clock to a new biological clock. It results in feeling sleepy at daytime and feeling awake at nighttime, making it difficult for socializing and working. Remember, this is only temporarily. You will be fine later. Circadian rhythm is the body's internal clock that signals when we shall be awake and asleep by using sunlight to determine how much melatonin hormone shall be produced to promote our sleep. At day with light, melatonin level will be low. At night, with the absence of light, melatonin level will be high, which makes you fall asleep. That's why traveling to a different time zone will disrupt your biological clock by producing melatonin hormone at the wrong timing.